Hi Engineering Janta, I am Vaibhav Shukla and today we'll be understanding the complete preparation plan for the Cognizant Off-Campus Drive. Your comments have forced me to make this video, so again I'm here for you people and let's dive in deep. But before I do that, go ahead, follow us on all the social media handles so that you do not miss any update regarding Cognizant Off-Campus Drive. Alongside that, do comment below this video because top 3 comments might find a chance to win Prep Insta Prime subscription for free for 3 months. And alongside these 2 things, you will find some links to communities, to groups. Do join them because I share free resources, free previous year questions sometimes. So a lot of things are shared there and we are into a plan of sharing a lot of free resources ahead. So if you want this PPT or if you want this complete resource that I should share, so you please go ahead, comment PPT below this video, number 1, and we'll share you the link of those communities or groups in the replies where you can join and you can find this PPT. Fine. So let's straight away dive in deep, and like always, first of all, I'll go through the skeleton of the exam. I have gone through this. I hope that if you've watched my syllabus and test pattern video, you might be knowing this, but just a quick recap of this. You have primarily 3 rounds where round 1 and round 2 are assessments and round 3 is basically interview. So I have written here only assessment rounds. Round 1 is communication test. It is of 60 minutes and reading, grammar and comprehension, speaking and listening would be tested. Round 2 is aptitude test where quants and analytical and logical reasoning would be tested, and in the round 2 itself there would be a technical assessment where you will have 1 medium coding question, 1 hard coding question and 1 query debugging question, which is also called as automata fix in few tests. So we'll discuss about that today and how to prepare that, because this is the complete preparation plan video, so I'll give you everything in detail with resources how to prepare. Fine, don't worry. And I will give you both paid and free resources. फर्क सिर्फ इतना सा है, for free resources you'll have to put in extra effort, extra number of hours. The resources which are paid are actually designed in a manner that save your time and save your effort. So the difficult things have been made simpler there. That's the only difference. Fine. If you're ready to work hard, nobody can stop you. दिनकर साहब के शब्दों में कहूं तो मानव जब जोर लगाता है पत्थर पानी बन जाता है. ठीक है. So when you are ready to put in that much hard work, even stones can turn into water. Don't worry. Fine. So the basic nature of this exam is that round 1 and round 2 will happen. Those assessments that I showed you, once you perform there, and if you're in top 1%, you're getting the GenC Next interview call, and according to your interview performance, you'll get any one role out of these 3: GenC Next, GenC Pro or GenC. Then top 5 to 7% GenC Pro interview. So if you're not this top 1% and if you're slightly below this, then GenC Pro interview you'd get, and GenC Pro, GenC role would be offered to you. So basically this is 6.5 LPA approximately. Fine, this is 5.7 LPA approximately, and this is 4 LPA approximately. Fine, top 20% will get GenC interview. So the important thing, as I always tell you, is assessments mein hi 80% of the people are getting rejected. Fine. Remember one thing, this is for 2024 batch and all the people who are waiting for such opportunities are well ready. So remember one thing, that if 80% people are getting rejected in the particular first 2 rounds of assessment only, then the competition is going to be very, very high. That you have to remember. Fine. Alongside that, let's go ahead and discuss in detail. I've given you these topics in syllabus and test pattern. Let's understand how to prepare them. Fine. Detail में समझते हैं. So for profit and loss, first of all, I'm ticking a few topics. You study them first. Fine. Because a lot of questions appear on them and henceforth you should not miss out on them. Fine. Time, speed, distance, problems on trains, clocks, calendars, PNC, probability, ratio, proportion, and allegation mixtures can be done here. Fine, that's it. So first of all, you prepare these topics first. So I have given a tick mark on a few topics. You prepare these topics first. There might be a few changes in the previous PPT where I have ticked some few more topics than this, but these are not to miss topics, number 1. Number 2, they are high value topics or high return on investment topics. Now, how you will study this? How will you prepare for this? Simple. You go to prepinsta.com, fine, and you land up at Cognizant page. I'll show you. I'll keep the annotations, and let's straight away. So here you go and you write simply Cognizant Prepinsta. That's it, nothing else. Fine. You will have Cognizant GenC Placement Papers 2025 updated. You click on it. When you click on this link, all you need to do is you go to the prepare section of this. Fine. You go to the prepare section of this, and when you go to the prepare section, you'll have quants written here. You have all the topics in detail. You simply go here, click on the free quizzes, solve those free quizzes. Fine. After solving those free quizzes, if you feel that they are not enough, go ahead, solve the premium quizzes. But for that, you have to enroll into Prepinsta Prime. Now, what's that? I'll explain you in a nutshell. Fine. So, Prepinsta Prime is a single platform where you get 200 plus courses in one single subscription. Fine. So, even if you enroll in one Cognizant course, for example, if you enroll in this Cognizant GenC course, all you need to do is you enroll into it and you get access to all the courses. You get access to TCS course, you get access to various upskilling courses. All the 200 plus courses would be open to you. Fine. So all you need to do is go here, solve the full mocks, solve the full quizzes that are available here. Fine. And that's pretty much, that will pretty much help you in the aptitude section. Fine. One thing. Now, apart from this, when I move ahead and I move to logical and analytical reasoning, then here, selection decision tables, blood relations, analogy classification, syllogism, logical word sequences, statement conclusions, fine, seating and data arrangements, very important. Sometimes coding and deductive logic is asked. Now, for this also, preparation strategy is same. You go there and you prepare on prepinsta.com or on Prepinsta Prime. Prepinsta.com free resource, Prime paid resource, but Prime may the people who want some discount, fine. So for discount on Prime, basically this will help you financially and you can use this code, fine. Shukla10, there is no space. Shukla10 is the code that you can use. So you use this code and this is 1, fine, Shukla10. So you use this Shukla10 code and this will help you out financially there. But apart from that, how to manage time now, that is the main game. So you should practice quants more so that you spend less time there, so that you can give more time to analytical and logical reasoning, because in Cognizant, generally the level of analytical and logical reasoning is higher than the level of quants. Fine. Now, how do you do that? Simple. 1 hour of aptitude daily. Fine. Daily you have to do this, mandatorily 1 hour of aptitude daily. Sit down. If you can make this 2, fine. If you can make this 1 to 2 hours, fine. If that is possible for you, believe me, you can clear this out with flying colors. Fine. 1 to 2 hours of it. Fine. So 1 to 2 hours of aptitude would be enough. They'll help you out to clear it easily. Fine. Now let's move ahead. When it comes to the coding questions need your attention from basics as well. Fine. Because one question is coming from the medium category, it would come from these topics, which are looping, functions, recursions, strings, matrices, pattern printing. So now, how do you cater to all these topics? Very simple. Either go to previous year papers or go to top 100 codes. You've seen top 100 codes enough times. I've shown you enough times. You can go there, practice it out. Fine. Or you go to the prepinstaprime.com Cognizant course and basic coding and intermediate coding courses. They can help you out with this. Fine. Now, when you're going ahead with such things, remember one thing, that if you're practicing it with top 100 codes, when you come to this hard coding question, you need to practice a bit of competitive coding from competitive coding course that we have on Prime, or you need to practice DSA, or you need to practice some very, very intensively hard problems from wherever you get. Fine. So that is available on Prime, but I have solved this problem for you as well. However, that problem being solved needs attention from your side as well. Fine. Look, for free resource, I've always felt that people who are very, very underprivileged or people who are not in a condition right now to pay should have access to free resources. However, all my dear students, I am very, very clearly telling you, if you're using free resources, you need extra time, you need extra effort, as simple as that. अगर ready हो put in करने के लिए मैं तुम्हें free resource दूंगा, tension मत लो. But alongside that, ये बता दे रहा हूँ that you have less time and here Prime can plug in and help you. However, for all the people who want to prepare all at once for the coding and they do not want to hop in between top 100 codes and here, I have prepared a list for you. Top 150 not out. Fine. This top 150 not out list is something that if I show you, this can help you clear any company on planet Earth. Fine. And I'm not kidding on this. You can clear any company on planet Earth with this. See, top 150 not out prep insta. You just search this much and you'll have this particular list, and this is free of cost. You have solutions to it. You have proper divisions of topics. See, you'll start from arrays and hashing, then 2 pointers, then sliding window, stack, everything in detail. You'll have 150 questions and you just perform these 150 questions, you solve these 150 questions and have them on your fingertips. In 150 patterns से बाहर कहीं question नहीं पूछा जाता. Fine. On the planet Earth, any question that has to come from these 150 patterns. Fine. Either they'll combine 2 patterns and form a new question, but वो होंगे इसी 150 में से. Fine. And with this 150 list, with this 150 not out list of questions, you can clear any company on earth. Google, Amazon, Netflix, Uber, Coinbase, कुछ भी. Fine. I'm just talking about the product based companies right now. Service based तो आपको खेल लगने लगेंगी. Fine. Service based would be cakewalk for you. So this is free of cost list. All you need to do is go to prepinsta.com. Simply rather go to Google, search top 150 not out prep insta. Simply search this. Click on this list. Go ahead and study this list extensively. Fine. Study it extensively. This will help you out. And if you know these 150 questions, you'll remember me even after 3 years or 4 years of your career, because even after 4 years you would be practicing just 150 questions, these 150 only for any DSA round. Fine. ये 150 questions life आसान कर देंगे. Believe me. अभी कर लो, आगे 4 years बाद भी same चीज कर रहे होंगे. You do not need to solve 500 problems on lead code. These 150 are enough. Fine. And you can believe me on that. I'm not kidding. Fine. So apart from this, when you have done this, what to do when interview comes? Because if you have done this much, you will easily clear the written rounds. Fine. Then comes the interview portion. And for interview portion, as I've always told you, first of all, one language should be prepared in a very extensive manner. You should prepare a language well. Then if you're somebody who's an absolute beginner or not very good with Java or Python, C++ is your go-to language. If you're somebody who's made very good projects in Java, go ahead for Java. If you're regularly doing DSA in Java, go for Java. If you're somebody who's doing DSA in Python, who's in AI, ML, go for Python, no issues. Fine. Top 100 codes, basic intermediate coding, DSA. Now comes the certifications portion. Fine. For this, Prime can help you out. PrepInsta Prime helps you here. If you complete any course, you get a certification which is of industry standard, so you get value. Otherwise, right now, IITs, fine. And alongside that, what? ISRO, DRDO, these institutions have specifically opened their internships. Fine. IITs, ISRO, DRDO, fine. So their internships are open. Go ahead, check their internships. I have also given the government internships that are open. You can go ahead, check them out on our channel. I have given IIT internships video as well. So you apply here. Also, MATI. might be rolling out very soon. This is Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology. They might be rolling out very soon, fine, for the internship. So you can get certifications from here as well. Do good some projects, fine. Some very good projects are important. How do you figure them out? I have done this problem for you as well. I've solved this problem. You simply go to our YouTube channel. You search top 5 final year projects. I have given you that with resume description. ATS friendly resume description दे दी है मैंने उसमें, ठीक है? You can simply go there, get inspired from it and write it out. Fine. Projects अच्छे से वहाँ से कर लो. 5 projects हैं. You'll sail with flying colors. Believe me. Fine. I'll come to the CS fundamentals portion. अभी इस पे रुकते हैं. Fine. HR के लिए GD. For that, practice with friends, and you can have these guesstimates, case studies, HR puzzles in the HR round. Fine, and this can be prepared from Prep Insta Prime. You can check it out there. Otherwise, you will find on internet as well some questions of HR round. Now, if you're somebody who's being called for GenC Next, fine, then a few things would be asked from this particular portion. Fine. Advanced DSA, competitive coding, advanced projects. So primarily the focus is here, advanced coding and competitive coding. Now how do you prepare this? Either you go ahead, complete the full courses, that is one way. Otherwise, as I told you, ये दोनों इकट्ठे हो जाएंगे if you prepare top 150 not out list. Fine, and they are just 150 questions. Not a single question is more than 150. Fine, so top 150 not out list of Prep Insta. You do this and that will automatically solve all your problems for DSA, competitive coding, ye, wo. Because not all the companies are asking competitive coding first of all. Most of the companies want that you realistically solve problems using DSA, and that is enough if you're doing good in competitive coding. Generally the code piece has shorter length, but most of the companies expect you that you're a decent candidate if you're solving it with normal coding skills, normal DSA, but the level of problems is elevated. DP, greedy approaches, fine, Cadence algorithm, all these would be covered when you complete this top 150 not out list. And if you solve these patterns, you can solve any problem on earth. I'm not kidding, any problem on earth, fine. So this is one thing you should focus upon a lot, fine, and this will help you a lot, and I'm genuinely speaking on this. So, and this is free of cost, so that can help you out. Now, for DBMS and SQL, I'm writing everything here for CS fundamentals, fine. So for DBMS and SQL में तो full SQL joins DDL, DML, DCL, everything, fine. SQL में कुछ मत छोड़ो. In DBMS, ER diagrams, fine, and relational DB, fine, relational DB. Alongside that, what? You'll study normal forms, fine, indexing, enough. For OS, process scheduling, process synchronization. Now not full synchronization, सारा मत पढ़ने बैठ जाना, ठीक है? Just semaphores in it, fine. How basic of process synchronization, first read that, and then how semaphores work, बस उतना ही पढ़ना है. Then process synchronization, semaphores, deadlock, very very important. Deadlock में bankers algo, fine, bankers algo, and what? Resource sharing, fine, resource sharing you must study, so that can help you. And a bit of paging and memory management, fine, memory management you should study well. So apart from this, what else you can do? That's it in OS. That's pretty much in OS. If you study this much in OS, for any company you can clear the OS portion, fine. You will have just 2 to 3 questions about OS and you will easily crack them out. No big deal, fine. And for CN, TCP versus OSI, fine. And what else? You can study network security. You can study STP, UDP, and you can study a bit of network devices, then cryptography, RSA, digital signature. बस बहुत है इतना CN में. Fine. No need to extensively study a lot of things. You might not find any question from CN while appearing for Cognizant. Fine. Now, when we are here with SDLC, fine. So SDLC is basically software engineering only. This is software development life cycle. Waterfall. This is not linked to this, so let's remove this. So SDLC में you should read waterfall model, V model and spiral model, agile methodologies, software testing. Now in Cognizant, let me tell you, one thing is important, which is the module 1, which is the skill module 1, that is mandatory, which is based on Java and SQL. So Java to padhni hi hai. You can choose C++ for interview if you're comfortable, but you have to appear for the Java test. Fine. Here, in these coding questions, in the technical sections, you'll have the Java module as your primary module where you'll be checked. Fine. Alongside that, you can choose C# or Python. It's up to you. It's up to you. But one module is fixed of Java, SQL and the full stack development around it, but mostly Java and SQL. Fine. Java, SQL, REST API. So you must be very, very careful about Java. Cognizant के लिए Java तो पढ़नी ही है. Fine. You do not have any option here. यहाँ पर Java you have to study. Fine. Mandatorily Java पढ़नी पड़ेगी. I know for the people who are not very good at Java, you can pick up C++ for interview if you're not proficient, but for written test you need Java, so at least that much Java you need to understand. उतना पढ़ लेना यार. ठीक है? That is important. Now, there is one thing left, which is query debugging. Fine. How do you do this? For that, on prepinsta.com, fine, I'm writing it here only, query debugging. Fine. For this, you can either go to the Automata Fix course. I'll show you. This course is available on Prime. You can simply check this out. Otherwise, extensively use ChatGPT to cater a few basic concepts of Automata Fix, and then what you can do is, I'll show you. Here, when you go to the Cognizant, when you go to the Prime, you can simply write Automata Fix, and with one subscription you are getting all this. Fine. You simply use code Shukla 10, you will get benefit here, but here Automata Fix will help you and see clearly written code debugging, a proper module for code debugging, proper exercises for you. Fine. So this can help you out with this, and basic theory concepts are also covered here very skillfully and in a very detailed manner. Alongside that, you can find previous year questions here. Fine. So when you move ahead with the topics, you can find the previous year questions here. See, code debugging questions, the quizzes are given to you. You can check these free quizzes out. Fine. So this is for the preparation of query debugging. Fine. And that's pretty much about the preparation plan. Now, if you want this PPT, go ahead, comment PPTs, write down I want PPT, will respond to you with a community link or a WhatsApp group link where you can join and you can get this PPT. Fine. Apart from this, देखो हो सकता है you might be feeling, sir, how to do Java, I'm not good at Java, you might be feeling self-doubt. Remember one thing, there's no point feeling self-doubt. Fine. Right now, उस self-doubt का कर भी क्या सकते हो? ठीक है? Simple ये सोचो that this is what it is. मतलब वो है, रास्ते में वो चीज़ आएगी ही. You cannot change it. It is inevitable, right? And the best possible thing that you can do if you're afraid of something, the first thing you should do is accept the fear. Fine. So that fear doesn't become bigger than you. Accept that fear. Consider that fear as your part, and then you'll change everything, because then fear will never become bigger than you. You will accept it as your part, look it with the detachment, and then you can solve things. Fine. So with that, I'll wrap this up, and I can say one thing: keep doing good for others. Good will come back to you, and target GenC Next. Shoot for the moon. You'll land among stars. Okay. Have a wonderful day. Thank you.